This is important, guys. I have a very bad image. This world has very bad image of us South Asians that I don't know why we have some grudge against English. It's good. It's good that you talk in Urdu. It's good that you read in Urdu. But if you want to be in Canada, you should not be against Canada. Now, I was noticing the comments when we asked, okay, you want this session is English or in Urdu? And people said Urdu. Why, guys? This is for Canada. You want to be in West, and West speaks English. You need to learn their language. Don't, what you can do best for yourself is please don't be against English. We make fun of each other when somebody try to speak English, when somebody try to communicate in English, when somebody write a text in English, when somebody write uh, kidhar ho, this like in Urdu, if somebody writes, where are you? And you will be like, why are you saying, where are you? You could say, kidhar ho. So when the day you guys stopped saying that and you guys started replying, okay, I am in the class, instead of saying class mein hoon, then you guys will be one or two or 10 step ahead of all the other classmates. So guys, you need to work on your English very much. I'm gonna give you a smart strategy. I worked on this and I got 7.5 in IELTS exam in only 15 or 20 days. Yeah, because let me share my journey. What happened was I was in Sindh. I was in Sindh on a flood relief mission working on some public health stuff. What happened was that it was 25th of uh, November, 25th of November 2022, when I applied to this position, which I was selected and I'm here working. I applied to this position on 25th of November 2022, and I got my first email, shortlisting email on 20th of December. It was 20th of December, and I got an email from them. Okay, you are shortlisted for first interview. You want to appear? I was like, yes, why not? I so want to be in Canada, and they were like, okay, let's do the first interview. Then there was the first interview, and it was very general. They didn't ask any academic question. They didn't ask, okay, what did you do, what is PCR, what is primary designing, what is One Health, what is Zenosis. They asked nothing about it. They asked me, what do you want to be in next 5 years? And I was like, really, we're talking about this? And okay, and they were thinking, oh, my the professor who took my interview, he was talking about his dogs with me. I have two dogs, they're very good. I was like, wow, I also love dogs. I love dogs, especially your dogs. And after that, we talked about some general stuff. We talked about weather in Canada, we talked about weather in Pakistan. Then we talked, yeah, they asked me the question, if you have the option to work in the field as an epidemiologist or in the lab as an epidemiologist, what would you choose? And I was like, I would love both. And he was like, no, you have to choose one. This is how system works here. If we are giving you choice, you have to choose one. And I was like, okay, I would love to be in the lab. And they were like, okay, I noted this. This was all my first interview. It was 25-ish minutes. Yeah. After that, after 5 days, 25th, it was Christmas Eve, and I got another email. Okay, you are shortlisted for second interview, but what you have to do is it will be a technical interview, and a committee will conduct the interview. That there will be a committee of professors, and though they will conduct the interview. These are the research areas, and there are some related research papers. You can have an idea about the project from these research papers. Prepare for it, and please come with your IELTS score. Your interview is on 23rd of January. I had only 28 days to prepare for the interview, as well as to prepare for IELTS, to appear for IELTS, and to get my IELTS result before that 25th of January, 23rd of January. So in those 28 days, I sorted all the things out, my interview, my preparation, and my IELTS. This was the most difficult part. I struggled with, I booked my IELTS on 19th of January, a few days, and I attempted a computer-based IELTS, and I would suggest you guys, if you can type on computer, like in a normal normal speed, you should go with a computer based IELTS, because computer based is very convenient, and it is like super cool, and you have a lot of resources to prepare for a computer based IELTS instead of paper based. Okay, in those few days, how did I prepare my IELTS, and what are the smart strategies that helped me to get 7.5 bands in IELTS in those 15 to 20 days? Why we need IELTS? I told you, you want to be in West, and West speaks English. So this is their language. You have to prove them that you can speak English, you can listen and understand English, you can write English, and you can read English. You have to attempt IELTS. When you should attempt IELTS? For professionals, as soon as possible. And for undergrads, I would suggest when you are in your last semester, like when you're doing your internship, and you should attempt the IELTS exam, because this is valid for 2 years. And if you are done every summer work and all the stuff we talked before, then you have a profile to apply to any position right after your graduation, like I did. So you're good to go for IELTS during your internship in your 10th semester. How do we do this IELTS stuff, guys? Let me tell you, you need to work on your grammar and vocab, and the second thing is techniques. That's all. You know, these YouTube channels and these academies, they made this IELTS I don't know what in front of Pakistanis and other South Asians, that IELTS is something that can kill you. No, guys, this is nothing. You just have to work on your grammar and your vocab. This is your basics, and if you have your basics, these techniques will take only 15 days. You just if you are an undergrad, you are a professional, whatever you're doing, uh, get only 30 minutes per day for grammar and vocab. For vocab, I used MDCAT vocab, which I studied during my MDCAT, preparing at KIPS Faisalabad. I used that vocab again, and to practice that vocab, what I did was I got my FSC books. I read Mr. Chips. I read that Norma story and all the stories we have in first year and second year books, and it helped me to synchronize my vocab with the sentences, because all this vocabulary in MDCAT, it is taken from those books. So this is the vocabulary you need for your IELTS. Believe me, you do not need anything extraordinary. Just go with your MDCAT vocab and you're good to go, because you've already, your mind knows that vocab. We all know how much we struggled during our MDCAT, and how hard we studied during that era. I would call it era. So go with that vocab, I would suggest, because your mind will just refresh the knowledge it has in somewhere in a corner. For grammar, I was not very bad, so I just went with Wren and Martin. Wren and Martin is a book which has some basic grammatical rules. Don't go in details. Go with smart approaches for this grammar. We can talk. Maybe we can talk about this in another lecture. That which tenses to focus, which type of sentences to focus, which parts of speech to focus. I literally carved this out, that okay, I just need to focus on a few complex sentences, one or two compound sentences, and that's all. My writing is done. And one or two if and then sentences, it was all that I sorted out, and it was a smart strategy which worked very well. Then after that, what you have to do is you have to work on techniques, that how IELTS speaking works, how IELTS writing works, how IELTS reading works, and how IELTS listening works. That's all. You can go to some YouTube channels uh, that can help you really well in all these techniques. For listening, I would suggest you guys IELTS Advantage. For listening, IELTS Advantage. For speaking, I would suggest you guys E2 English. And for writing, also IELTS Advantage. And for reading, there is a YouTuber with the names Asad. Uh, he has his academy in Lahore. His name is Asad. He has a YouTube channel. He give really good tips for reading. You can follow him. So these are the four YouTube channels that you can use, and you then there's a platform named IOT, IELTS Online Tests. This platform, it saved me. I think I can show you guys. Let me show you guys. Uh, Sorry. Wait, I can't see anything. Yeah, there we have it. Where is IoT? Where is IoT? Yeah, I think this is the one. Yeah, this is the one, guys. It helped me a lot. Like, it saved me. I would say they have a lot of tests. I can show you. Exam library, you go to reading tests, and you have, what the heck is wrong with my internet? No, nothing. So you can see a lot of tests, a lot of tests. I did these ones. I practiced these ones. These. I still remember. So, guys, go to this platform, just log in, sign up. This is free. This is literally free. And you have like a lot of these. You don't need to go to any academy. Just what you have to do is, I told you, you have to work on your vocabulary from your MD cat vocab, because your brain knows that vocab. Then what you have to do is, you have to work on your grammar, and you have to synchronize that vocabulary and grammar with your FSC books. You will know how to make sentences, how to use that vocabulary in sentences, because that vocabulary is taken from those books. You will know how Mr. Chips is talking to somebody, and how he is saying a word in and using a word in a sentence, you can use in the same way. And then what you have to do is, when you're done with your grammar and vocab, and you know that you have something in your hand, you can go to the YouTube channels and write down those tricks. Okay, this is how I do the reading stuff. These are the 12 or 14 question types in readings. This is how I do each question type. This is how I deal with listening. This is how I deal with speaking. One more thing that helped me was, go to there was some Ielts marking criteria, I think. I don't know if we have a chart here. No, not here. What was that? Um, Hamza, do you remember something? British Council has some PDFs.
So you want to show like for band 7 you have to
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
show this thing. So you can search um IELTS band description.
Yeah, maybe.
I usually show these documents to people. Okay.
Uh,
Evaluation
no.
criteria. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
maybe evaluation
Evaluation
criteria.
criteria. Writing evaluation criteria. Yeah, go with anyone. Yep.
Mm,
Oh, put PDF in your search bar. Yeah. Okay. Open first one. It will
let's
be
see. They
lead
have.
us.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
So, guys, this helped me. You have to do some smart work. You have to go, okay, 7 is my target. This is what I need to do. This is what I need to do in speaking. What 7 says, what 6 says. What if I do, okay, use a range of connectives and this what is this? Discourse markers, but not always appropriately. Like, you can do this mistake. You can use these connectors or connectives, but not always appropriately. But here in 7, what you have to do is, range of connectives and discourses marks with some flexibility. Like, you have to be a little bit better with these. You know the criteria. You know, when you know the criteria, okay, I have to score 50 marks. I have to correct 50 MCQs. I have to be uh, somewhere between 40 and 60, then I have to correct 50. Then you know that if you want to be somewhere between 6 and 7, you have to do this. They have everything with you for you guys. Yeah, there you go. You have writing task. What they expect from you, you know it. You just need to work on this. You have all the resources on YouTube. You have the resources in your hand. You have the MD vocab. You have your FSC books. You have your Ren and Martin. What you have to do is you just have to find some time and you have to sit and you have to talk to yourself. Okay, I need to work on this, and you will crack this IELTS in 30 days. Believe me. Yeah. Take home. Let's talk about this. Take home is, guys, do your bioinformatics stuff, learn R and Python. And what I would suggest you guys is there is a channel at YouTube with the name CO. Oh, am I doing it right? DANICS. Codanics. There is a channel named Codanics at YouTube. They teach in Urdu and they teach you everything from basics of statistics to R and Python. I am still learning from there. Hamza is still learning from there, and all of you can benefit from there. Like the guy, he's from Faisalabad. His name is Dr. Amar Pafel. Sir Dr. Amar Pafel. He is nowadays in Germany doing his PhD postdoc stuff, research stuff. So I would suggest you guys to visit this channel or whatever. You would love. You would love because we learn from here. You guys can also then get some molecular biology experience. This experience, guys, this is very very broad, and this will can lead you to any field in veterinary sciences. Like, sorry, if you want to be in nutrition, they are going to molecular biology. If you want to be in epidemiology, it's all about molecular. If you want to be in parasitology, even if you want to be in surgery nowadays, they are working on the molecular details of the healing, and that surgery stuff on the molecular at the molecular level. So in theogenology, they are at the molecules. Like in every field, they are at the molecules. So you have to be expert in molecular biology. Then your English. There is one more thing, guys. Self-marketing. Learn this. You should know that you show the world what you are. What
Yeah.
I would suggest is us. Okay, this is a very good suggestion. I'm gonna do that, and I would suggest you guys to do that. We all have our CVs. There is one other way to express yourself. Guys, go make some websites. There is a platform named, I would show you. I want to help you guys, really help you guys in practical and smart way. So I would show you. There's a website named, yeah, Wix. It can help you. It can help you make your own website in a few steps. And what you have to do is you have to upload everything. Yeah, I'm already enrolled in this one. Yeah, I was working on something. What you have to do is you have to upload everything at your personal website. You just need to attach your website link to your email whenever you email any professor, and you would see the magic, because that professor knows that this bloody guy, he is already ahead of all the people who are sending me CVs. But this guy, he is sending me a link to his website where I can see him working. Like, you can upload your picture, but you cannot upload a picture on your CV. When I was in an interview with a professor, yeah, I was also selected in the US in Mississippi State University, just to mention. So when I was in an interview there, I told them, yeah, I worked in flood relief and on the public health stuff. And what they asked me? They asked me for pictures. Show us the pictures where you are working in flood relief mission, and I had to send them my pictures. So this is how the world is working nowadays. You should make your own website. You should upload your pictures on that website. And when you send your CV to a professor, CV is a formal thing. You have to send it, but you must attach your website link with your email so they can see that you are ahead of other applicants, at least one step ahead of others, and they can see you working somewhere. They can see your pictures. They can see you in real time. Yeah, what else I have to talk about? Yeah, I think this is enough for today. I will take questions now. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening to me with such patience. and I really appreciate that we had 50ish participants and 42 are still there. I love you guys. Okay, ask me questions.